What's the word, family? I wanted to come with a quick update here on the Daquan Johnson story. You don't remember, about a month ago, I did a reaction video about the Daquan Johnson story. It was about the Grand Rapids man that got executed by the police in Michigan. And his mom went off. His mom went off, bro, in the press. She was not playing no games. We posted that reaction on TikTok. It blew up. You guys in the comments was showing a lot of love and really rocking with that reaction video. As promised, I said I was gonna come with an update on the situation that happened with Daquan or whatever, right? I'm a little late. This update came April 2nd. Someone told me to check on it today or whatever. I waited for a couple days to pass by and we got an update. As of right now, they're not looking to charge the police officers that did that to that man, bro. That being said, take a look at this update that was dropped on the news down there. Take a look at this, family.
Prosecutor has declined to press criminal charges against the Grand Rapids police officer who shot and killed 32-year-old Daquan Johnson. We first told you about the story when it happened back in February. Johnson was trying to run away from GRPD on a bike when he crashed the bike and tried to run. Michigan State Police say he did have a loaded gun on him, and during a struggle, during which MSP says Johnson was repeatedly ordered to drop the gun, the officer shot Johnson, who later died at a hospital. Tonight, News Channel 3's Autumn Pitcher is joining us from Grand Rapids, having been in that press conference and has the latest on the case. Autumn.
Yes, Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker says that the officer did act in self-defense, and he believes that with the evidence presented to him by Michigan State Police, that Johnson did point that loaded gun at the officer. Now, Johnson, a felon on parole, had been riding a bike away from officers. Becker said he also had cocaine in his system. Prosecutor Becker showed new body camera video that shows during Johnson's encounter with officers, he reached for a loaded gun that was on him twice. Officers in the video are heard yelling at Johnson to stop reaching for the gun, repeatedly telling him to drop it. The officer then shot him 3 times in the back, killing Johnson. Becker says Johnson is not seen in the video actually pointing the gun at officers, but that the officer that shot Johnson can be heard saying, "The barrel is pointed right at my face." With the evidence presented to him, he says he supports the officer's claim and that he acted in self-defense.
You can see in this video, there's a 45-degree angle. It's indicative of somebody reaching for something, and that's something that's trained in. That's something that's well known in the police community. When somebody's reaching for something, you don't know if it's a gun, it could be a cell phone, could be nothing, but that 45-degree angle gives officer concern of, okay, what's that person reaching for?
And Becker says that Johnson was in fact reaching for that loaded gun that was on him. He does say a gun does not have to be presented or pointed at an officer for them to act in self-defense. He also says that the officer that fired those fatal shots did not violate any policies. Again, he will not be charged. We did speak with family of Daquan Johnson, and we will have their reaction on this decision in our shows tonight at 10 and 11. Live in Grand Rapids, Autumn Pitcher, News Channel 3.
It's echoed by other family members who watched the press conference from inside the lobby on their phones. While watching, frustrations flooded that room, wondering why they weren't allowed inside to face the prosecutor directly. News 8's Adriana Doria was there all afternoon and has more on what they had to say.
Brian, for the first time since Daquan Johnson's death, we are hearing from Johnson's dad and his brother who echoed that call for justice. They say there are still so many questions about that tragic day, but no matter what, that they will keep his legacy alive in whatever way that they can.
It was a shock, but it was expected. You know what I'm saying? We had pretty much predicted that this might happen.
A family not surprised as Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker ruled the deadly shooting of Daquan Johnson by Grand Rapids police was justified.
This is crazy that they don't think that my son was murdered. They think that the actions of the officers was justified, and I don't see how they came to that conclusion.
Since February, they have waited, an open wound, as they awaited this decision. Even though they knew the outcome, they were left out of the announcement, forced to watch it from the lobby on their phones, not allowed inside. Becker says Johnson was reaching for a gun at the time of the shooting, aiming it at an officer.
Where's it at then?
But Johnson's family questions that and believes the video paints a different picture.
I, in my bones, don't believe that my son had a gun in his hands and he was pointing at the officer. I don't believe that that happened, and there's no footage or nobody that can tell me otherwise and prove that to me. I know my son.
Becker says the officer who fired the deadly shots did not have his body camera on, which Johnson's family thinks was intentional and calculated.
It's just mind-boggling that they didn't have a second cam body footage from the second officer, like how you turn on your camera afterwards.
Outside the building, a similar scene as Daquan's mom, Angelica, demands answers and accountability, saying she will get her son justice no matter what.
If we go to another level, we get somebody new. And we may actually get some justice at the next level. Chris Becker, his level doesn't give out justice to begin with.
Fair to assume next level is Attorney General?
You better believe it.
And there you have it, family. So as of right now, police is feeling like what they did was justified. If you go back and watch that video, flip from second to second, there's even a video out there where the family is watching it at a private place and they literally got it moving shot by shot. Nowhere in that video did he point that gun at them or did he aim it at any of them officers. He was unable to even do that because the dog was tearing him up so bad. He was already getting chewed on and mauled on by that dog. There was no way in hell that he was able to reach for anything to do to these police officers. He was not a threat at all. And it's blank, it's clear as day on that body cam footage. If it did look like he was reaching for anything, or if if his body mannerisms looked like he was gonna reach for anything, I would expect that because the dog was tearing him up so bad, he was reacting from the dog biting him. So it's gonna look like he's moving and squirming and doing things that he's not supposed to be doing. That might have frightened y'all, but y'all wasn't even frightened, bro. That was execution. He didn't reach for a gun. You can't even see the gun on camera. He was squirming and moving all over the place because the dog was fucking him up. On top of y'all kicking him, putting y'all foot on him, doing all these other crazy shits to him, and then y'all shot him in the back of the head twice, and then sat there and continued to let the dog chew on his face while he was basically gone already. But this was justified, and you guys feel threatened. All right. I really do pray that this mom gets the justice that she deserves. That whole family, the dad too, the whole family, I pray that they get justice because that shit is foul. That shit is wrong. That is point blank execution on cam in front of all of us to see. They show you how they still do us, bro. And can still get away with that shit. It's clear as day that was murder. I pray that Attorney General that the mom is going to go through actually look at the facts. And literally, you got the mayor basically damn near saying that that shit is wrong, but he has to do his job or we continue to get transparency on this and this and that. It took a whole month down there to determine that, for y'all to come up with that decision. Crazy, bro. I ain't gonna say too much though, bro. Some things I just don't understand. Some things I would never understand when it comes to things like that. Not gonna lie to you. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this though. Was the police actions justified, or was this point blank murder and execution? Y'all let me know in the comments. I ain't gonna say too much. I really don't got any more to say about it because that kind of just pissed me off. So with that being said, make sure you hit that sub, like, and comment button. Make sure you hype your boy up. But we're going to keep the reactions coming. As well, I will continue to update y'all on this story right here and see where it ends up at. We're going to continue to keep them coming. But like I said, I ain't going to say too much, family. I said too much already. Peace and love, my boy DJ. I'm gone.